Celebrate!
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 Welcome to Annual Conference and to the Oklahoma United Methodist Camp Report, a ministry that touches the hearts of over 23,000 people each year. With those 23,000 people, the camp staff provides services for over 35,000 camper days. Now that is a lot of meaningful ministry for your apportionment dollar. As we look back at the previous year, 2011 brought a great many challenges for the camp ministry. It started with freezing weather that froze a pipe at Hart Lodge at Canyon Camp and flooded the lodge. This caused many cancellations, lost revenue, and increased expenses for repairs. Then in the spring, the Barren Fork Creek rose above its banks and flooded Camp Egan, permanently closing the old Egan Lodge. Again, many cancellations, lost revenue, and increased expenses for repairs. For a change, the weather went from cold and wet to hot and dry just as summer camp started. And I do mean hot. Our air conditioning units were not built for 65 consecutive days of 100+ degrees. And the dry, cracking, shifting ground broke water and sewer pipes. Lake Texoma at Cross Point was so low, our dock sat on dry land. All this caused lower registrations, lost revenue, and increased expenses for repairs once again. We continue to work on our facilities as will be shared by our director managers. Our summer camps are high quality with safe and excellent volunteers. Let's hear from some of our campers.
I don't know. There's a group of people that have found that that Camp Egan is sacred space.
I'm taking all the information back that I've learned. I've been keeping notes on everything.
If God was standing right in front of me, I would have to tell him thank you.
I love the lake. Swimming out in the lake is also pretty awesome.
We want to share with you and to celebrate the ministry that is going on in camping in the Oklahoma Annual Conference. Our report you can find on this page, and we invite you to turn to that so that you might follow along as we celebrate with you what is happening with our camps.
It's a beautiful day to be at the ballpark. The game is tied going in the bottom of the 9th inning, and God steps up to the plate. The crowd knows the next pitch could make history. There's the pitch. God connects. Going, gone. That's the ball game, folks. The illustration I just told happened at Canyon Camp last fall. A devout Methodist by the name of Paul Milburn visited with Randy McGuire about the present needs of the camp. He was informed that our cabins, which are nearing 60 years old, have served their ministry purpose and are in desperate need of being replaced. Paul envisioned future possibilities and challenged Canyon Camp and the churches in this annual conference with a matching gift of $175,000 to build 2 new larger cabins with meeting rooms that will replace 4 older cabins. I'm extremely excited to report that within 4 months, Methodists stepped up to the plate, took on that challenge, and surpassed the goal. God used each of us to say that with a little faith, nothing is impossible. To the individuals who have given financial gifts towards new cabins, thank you. To the churches who know the value of the ministry at Canyon Camp, I say thank you. And to the volunteer work groups that give of their time and talents, thank you so much. God is using you to make a difference in the world. One last thought. Were you the star athlete of the team? Or were you the guy who was always the last to be picked? The way I see it, we are all a part of the same team, and we all serve a purpose. Camp is the place that doesn't care about your past. We are just here to enjoy God's presence. Our mission is to play hard for God, to hit it out of the park, and make disciples for Christ.
Hello from your ministry on the shores of beautiful Lake Texoma, Cross Point Camp. We had a wonderful winter and spring with lots of groups, Walk to Emmaus, and work crews. The work crews were so great. They'd got so much done for us. We really appreciate them when they're able to come. And we especially thank the Petrie Foundation for the grant that helped us finish our children's playground in time for the summer. That was a blessing to all our young campers that came. Kudos goes out to the Stillwater District. Thank you so very much, Stillwater District, for the efforts you made to remodel the Stillwater District cabin and raise the funds to do so. And all of our other cabins are named after districts, so be sure and think about bringing your group down to remodel your cabin.
Hey, what's your heart
And in May, we built and started and completed 4 new high ropes course elements and 1 new low ropes course elements, and added our 9-hole disc golf course. And of course the lakefront's always a big hit with our water toys, our boats, our tubing, swimming, all those special things we can do at the water. Bring your fishing pole and come on down. The fish are always biting on Lake Texoma.
Greetings from Egan Camp and Retreat Center. The Holy Spirit is at work at Egan, and it's because of you. Through your support, we are able to provide facilities that are used year-round so our campers can grow in their journey with Christ. The ministry taking place at Egan is powerful, but we're not satisfied. We have made several changes, which include the new Egan logo, and are making plans for the future. We are currently raising funds to build a new medical station. This facility will help us provide quality care to our campers, as well as attract new groups to Egan. We are also developing plans for a tower with rappelling, climbing, and a zip line, along with a playground and new pool providing more activities for our campers. We cannot do it without you. Thank you for your dedication to God and to the Conference Camping Ministry. Come see us at Egan, where change happens every day.
Our program committee is led by Audra Fogel and Galita Jones and is working always to improve our camps. I'd like to introduce to you Brian Tiener, who is the chairman of the youth committee under our program committee, and then you'll hear from Kathy Coit, who is the chair of the children's committee.
The camp's board of trustees created a new program committee within the board of trustees. Out of that program committee, 3 age-level subcommittees were created to deal with programming in children's camping, youth camping, and adult camping. Ardmore District Camp will split into a senior high camp and a junior high camp. These camps will be held back-to-back at Cross Point Camp, encouraging senior high leaders to remain at camp and be leaders in training for the junior high camp. Stillwater and McAllister Camp, previously known as SMAC, will now be 2 distinct district camps. Clue Camp, which is made up of Clinton, Enid, and Woodward District, created a website this year just for their camp where parents and youth could log on to find answers to questions regarding camp, how to register for camp, as well as ways to volunteer as leaders. This saved a great deal of time and money for mailings and making camp brochures. This program committee of the camp's board of trustees welcomes any ideas to enhance and strengthen the programming of our camping ministries.
The purpose of this program committee is to have the oversights over the camp programs of the annual conference. To increase the viability of our ministries, we will respond to ideas for new events and continually evaluate current events through the lenses of our diverse constituency.
Hi, I'm Janie Wilson. We are very excited to bring our senior adults across our great conference this opportunity for worship, fellowship, learning through our sessions and electives, and meeting new friends. We would love for you to join us at Camp Egan this October.
We celebrate the successful matching grant campaign for new cabins at Canyon. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Milburn, and the churches and individuals who made that match happen. We celebrate some major donations to Cross Point toward new cabins and the remodeling of the tabernacle. We celebrate donations toward the much-needed new medical station and remodeled fossil courtyard at Egan. We celebrate the ministry of Kathy Coit as she retires from the camp ministry staff. We celebrate the leadership of Ed Coy Light as his term ends on the camp's board of trustees. We celebrate the support we received from the Oklahoma United Methodist Conference and the privilege to serve this great conference and our God. And now let's celebrate you. It's T-shirt time.